Hello, hello, happy Monday. Okay, weekends are crazy for me and I need to meal prep so that I can stay on track. If you watched my meal prep last week, you saw that I did, what did I even make? Oh, cauliflower rice and some overnight oats, and I realized I made enough for 5 days. I'm really picky when it comes to my food. By day 5, my chicken, I did not love it, so I was like, nope, I'm only meal prepping 3 days at a time. So that's what I'm doing today. I am going to meal prep with you some mason jar salads, and of course I'll show you my breakfast again because I prep that every week. So we're just gonna go ahead with this. You can see that I already have the things in my salads kind of portioned out, set out, so that I could do this somewhat quickly. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna get your salads, and I always put the dressing at the bottom. You can do an orange worth of dressing. My husband doesn't think that that's enough dressing, but for me it's sufficient. I normally do like a vinaigrette from Aldi. I can't remember the exact name of it or brand of it, but I just love the flavor of it, but I don't have it on hand because I don't like to do salads often, if we're being really honest. But I just take an orange container, put the dressing at the bottom. Then, I'm gonna do one in a Tupperware too, just because I don't have any more jars. It's totally fine. You just kind of gotta roll with it. So, I have 3 salads set out so that I'll have 3 days prepped. What I do with my chicken is we don't have grill pellets, which kind of annoys me because that means I have multiple pans that are dirty now, but it's fine. I just took the chicken breast, I laid it in a pan, I sprinkled it with Miss Dash seasoning. If you follow me at all, you're gonna learn and know that Miss Dash is the bomb, and I use it on pretty much anything. Covered that with aluminum foil and baked it until it was done. The thing about baking chicken, a lot of the times, is it's really dried out for my taste. 3 days I can suck it up. So, after I have my dressings in here, I'm gonna take my hard vegetables. This can be whatever vegetables you want. I have carrots and cucumbers here, and I'm gonna scoop a little bit in my jars. And I'm not like super particular about my measurements here. And I'll just take the rest of the vegetables right there. So, hard vegetables, dressing, then hard vegetables, and then it says meat, fish, or poultry. And so I'll cut my chicken up. Let me get these out of the way. I'll cut my chicken up into little bitty cubes, just like I did for my cauliflower rice. So that it's just nice little pieces, nothing super fancy. I am not a very fancy chef. And then I'll measure it in my red container, and I'll pack it all in there. And yes, I do pack these things full because, well, I love food, and I'm not gonna go without. And I'll just put the chicken right on top of there. Same with my jar. My chicken will go in next. So we'll cut up the chicken again into little bitty cubes, fill up my red container. There's nothing glamorous about it. And then put it in this jar. Do you have to have a jar? No, as you can tell, I also have the Tupperware container. But these are just kind of easy to put in the fridge. You can pack with you. You can put one of those twisty lids on it, so you just can mix it up literally in the jar and eat it just like that. A lot of the times, especially when I'm at home, I'll put it in the jar, shake it when I'm ready to eat it, and then I will dump that into a bowl. That way I'm not trying to get my fork or my spoon down in that jar, because I can only imagine what that would look like trying to fight the lid of a jar. If you are going to eat it out of the jar, I recommend getting wide mouth jars because then you can actually get your hands down there. So there's the chicken that I need for those 3. And then next is cheese, and they ran away with the cheese. I buy this gigantic thing of cheese from the store. That way it'll last us at least a couple weeks. I don't do an entire blue container. I just do enough to put on top, give it a little bit of flavor. So half of a blue right there in the salad. I love my blues. My body actually does really well with extra blue. So I not normally and particularly measure those. So after the eggs and cheese, then you'll do soft vegetables. So that for me is just tomatoes. And again, I'm not super particular with how much. I just cut up 1.5 of the Roma tomatoes so that it would be enough for the salads to get a little bit of flavor in there. There's that. My beans should be in here somewhere. Beans here. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of yellow for my beans. I don't know if this is the spot that they're supposed to be in, but Pinterest has those cool pictures where it'll show you like how to layer things together, and that's what it says. This one just doesn't have beans in it. I like putting beans in my salad just to give me a little bit of extra protein, a little bit of extra flavor. So there's that. And then you will take your lettuce, which I have right here, and you'll put that in there. Again, you can shove this puppy full, like get every ounce of this container full of lettuce. As you can tell, I do have like lots of other vegetables in there, so I'm not super particular about there being tons of lettuce in it, because I have oh my gosh, getting this lettuce in here is gonna be fun. Way enough vegetables in my salad. So just measure that out, shove that in the jar. This is my favorite part about meal prepping, is cleaning up the mess. It's fine, everything's fine. And then there you go, you have your mason jar salad. Easy peasy, ready to go. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm all set. I'll literally just put the lids on these and I will pop these in my fridge so that when I go to eat it, I literally just have to shake it up and then dump it in a bowl and I'm good to go. I will also show you again how I meal prep my overnight oats, just because, well, I'm making them anyway, so I might as well make them as I talk. If you guys have questions about the mason jar salads or about this or about meal prepping or meal planning in general, please ask. That's what I'm here for. I don't normally meal plan or meal prep, but that's what you guys said you want more of, is kind of the prepping, the planning, all that stuff. I don't like to do this. It kind of annoys me to have to meal plan and meal prep, but when I do it, I'm far more successful and I stay on track with my foods. It keeps me from going out to eat because I already have the food in my fridge. Another tip is, if you are like somebody who has to go out and about, be places throughout the day, one thing that I do when I'm going and getting groceries or going to doctor's appointments is I will actually put my wallet or my purse in the trunk of my vehicle. So like, for example, my van, I literally will go put my wallet in the very, very back of my van. Why? Because then I don't have money accessible. So when I go to stop, or I'm like, oh, McDonald's sounds good, I literally can't pay for it unless I physically get out of my vehicle. And if I'm doing that, then I know, well, I just probably shouldn't be doing that anyways. So that's a huge tip. If you're out and about, just put your money in your trunk and then you can't have it. It's fine. So I'll do oatmeal, blueberries. Are you making fun of me? Oh, blueberries. And then I like to do sweetener in there. So my sweetener is pure maple syrup. Again, I'm not normally a measurer, so I'll just sprinkle a little bit on top, about a teaspoon or so. And then I cover all of that with almond milk. I do unsweetened vanilla, just on top like that. And then I'll put these in the fridge and they will be good to go. Ta-da! So now I have some of my breakfast, because with my breakfast I will also have eggs and some sort of vegetable, whether it be mushrooms or carrots, just kind of whatever I have on hand. If you guys saw the other day, if you follow me, then you saw that I shared the frozen eggs that I did. Don't do that. Don't scramble and then freeze your eggs, because mine tasted like rubber and they were disgusting. It was not good. I prefer fresh eggs, and so that's what I'm going to do. If I wanted to meal prep my eggs, then what I would do is I would take a container like this. I would put 2 eggs in it with my carrots in there and put it in the fridge and literally have it like that. So all I have to do is grab one of these and grab one of these, and I would be good to go for breakfast. And then here's lunch. My snack is my super shake. And then my other snack is an apple. And then whatever's for dinner. So it's really that easy. If you have questions, let me know. I'm gonna see you later.